Jiri CADORETTE versus Alex KURDECHA is coming up at East versus West in just over a couple weeks, and I think that probably Jiri CADORETTE is going to take this one. In this video, we'll discuss the reasons for this, and I think pretty much the main reason is just that it's a terrible style match for Alex KURDECHA. One thing about Jiri CADORETTE is that he's not just great at flop pressing, but he can really pull anywhere without his wrist. And I think that looking at this match between Jiri and Gennady gives us a really good example of that. I think that one of the most notable moments of this match is right here, when you can see that Gennady's forearm is extremely vertical. He has a ton of leverage here in order to apply some sort of pressure, and Jiri is not in front of his shoulder. He's not in a traditional pressing position. He's really in a super ugly position here. But notice what happens as Gennady attempts to drive sideways. He just completely bounces off Jiri, and there's just no way that he's going to get through him from that position. I think that the only thing Gennady would be able to do from here is to try to come around and transition to a press, but that's also going to be extremely difficult to do. And it's just going to be even more difficult for someone like Alex KURDECHA, who's going to have a much more difficult time getting this super vertical forearm because Alex's arms are so much longer than Gennady. He's going to have a huge leverage disadvantage when it comes to elbow flexion. So in all likelihood, he probably will not even have this steep of a forearm angle. His forearm angle will probably be much lower than this, and it's just going to make it even more difficult for him to come around and press. And at the end of the day, if Gennady was not able to beat Jiri, and I would tend to consider Gennady as someone who has all of those options available and is really strong in side pressure and back pressure, anything that has to do with arm power, he's super strong in, and I would have thought that Gennady would be someone who could beat Jiri. But even he really struggled, and after that first round, we just really see his elbow flexor gas out more and more so as time goes on, and he just really never had an answer for Jiri's super awkward side pressure, and as we know, he ends up losing this match. So let me know what you guys think about this upcoming match between Jiri and Alex. Of course, it's possible that Alex can win this match. Maybe he can do some sort of high hook or even start in a press or something like that. But I just think that stylistically, this is a nightmare match for him, and we've seen Alex struggle historically with people like Krasimir Kostadinov, who can pull without the wrist, and I think that Jiri's ability to do that is just going to be even more devastating. So for now, I will be considering Jiri the on-paper favorite, but we are just a couple weeks out, and I can't wait to see this one regardless of who wins.